Alright, so today we're going to be profiling Zefra, again doing an update of it. The reason we're doing this update is because I took it to our local OTS in Catskill, and I managed to top 4 with it, getting my invite for the first time.
Invite with Zefra.
Yeah. I was actually not going to be able to play this deck the day of, and I was going to play ABC instead because I didn't have an Electromite, and I really didn't want to play this deck without Electromite. But luckily, out of our entry packs, he pulled in Electromite, and I was able to play this deck, which is so much better than ABC.
Yeah.
Like, we were doing test hands, and I just
day.
couldn't. Yeah, and then I pulled a Saryuj out of my packs, which was beautiful. So,
2 in 1 day, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into the list. My matchups in Swiss were Magicians, True Draco, I'm trying to think what else. Burning Abyss, Fluffles, which was random, yeah. And then
I got two.
And then yeah, that guy got scraped, and then I can't remember the last one right now. Oh, Dinos. And then in top 8 I played against his Light Swing deck. And top 4, I was given a game loss because I had my 2002 format deck in my deck box, and apparently Summon Skull is way too OP for this format, so I was given a game loss, and I lost basically because of that.
Great crosses.
It was against Pendulum Magician FDK, and that pretty much just wrecked me. So yeah, I'll get right into the list anyway, and I'll talk more about things as we go. 3 Zefrath, 3 Zefra, and 3 Zefraxi, same as the last list. You play 3 of these because they're literally like the best cards in the deck. This one will search out your amazing judgments. This one will make your guys tuners so you can make plays. And then this guy just literally starts all your plays, and he's the best one in scale because he doesn't restrict you to summoning only Zefras in scale. Then you play 1 of each of the Tellarknights. These cards are really, really good against True Draco because they give you removal. This guy popped so many back row for me that day. And against Burning Abyss, like, this guy would have popped a Vanity's Fiend if he didn't have the Fiendish Chain, but I still won that game anyway because he didn't get rid of his Vanity's Fiend, and he lost to himself in time because he never got rid of his Vanity's Fiend, so he just couldn't do anything. So, yeah. It wasn't a Fiendish Chain, it was a Fogblade, actually. So, yeah. And then play again 1 of the Ritual Beast. This card's amazing, lets you play around Master Rule 4. It's probably one of my favorite ones besides the Tellarknights. And then some guy in our last video recommended I play this one. I don't remember your name right now, guy. I'm sorry, but I gotta say thanks for telling me to run this card because this card was just amazing all day. Just level 5, helped me make Boxia so much, and I made Boxia more than I ever made Boxia. Plus, he was just big, so he helped me kill my opponent in just 1 turn, which is just really, really good. And he was another scale 7, and actually something that was super clutch that came up was this is a dragon, and I had a Ravine in hand, and I had both my Destrudo and my Darkworm in hand, and I discarded my Darkworm to send this to the graveyard for my deck, so I could summon the Darkworm back. Yeah. It was the most clutch thing ever, but I was wow. And then again, I'm playing 1 of this. The guy in the last video recommended I play this as well, and I was already on the fence about playing this card. I just thought Mare was just better, but I draw literally whatever this card is, I draw it every game. I drew this card so much that if it was Mare, I would have literally just flat out lost. But this card was just so good all day, helping me out so much. And I guess, again, I got to say thank you for finally getting me to run this card. Card's really good. And then I'm playing 1 of each of these, like in my last build.
All the bricks.
Yeah. This isn't that bad if you draw, but if you draw this, it kind of sucks because you can't plus off of this. But you only play 1 of them, so yeah, that's why. I mean, they're really good. This is with this and Zefrath in scale is pretty broken, so. And then this card almost made me lose in top 4 because we were in time, and I had to use it. I used it before we were in time, but yeah. And then hand traps, I played 2 Ghost Ogre, 3 Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler sucks against True Draco. I'm gonna be flat out right now.
Terrible.
But and it was in my hand, and I was like, damn, if this was actually be better. But Ghost Ogre put in a lot of work in that matchup, and I'm not going to lie, I actually Pendulum summoned this a lot and synchroed with it into Black Rose and Ancient Fairy with Zefra, which was pretty just kind of retarded. If my opponent's mouth was wide open. Then the spells, 3 Oracle, 3 Providence, and then 3 Shrine, and 3 Terraforming, all the consistency.
Did you feel the 3 Shrine was necessary?
Oh yeah, it's definitely necessary.
Interesting.
You need to you just need ways to get to Dark Worm in the Grave, because that's the best opening play for this deck. I'm also playing the 1 Ravine to go with the 3 Terraformings, because I had a lot of hands where I opened up both of these, and it's kind of redundant because like this is once per turn. So like just getting another way to search out this, if you don't open one of these, is really good. So it just helps you get to Dark Worm. And then Foolish, another one of these. And then I played Upstart Goblin. This should all realistically be a hand trap like Gamma or something, but I didn't have Gamma or Ash Blossoms for the event.
We just got one with the reprint in the special edition, so we'll hopefully have those.
Yeah, I pulled Electromite into Gamma and a Drag Down, and then...
So we pulled the best, but except for the bad promos.
And then, and then Upstart. So I just played Upstart because I was like, I don't want to break with like another card because I didn't know what else to play. So I just played Upstart just for consistency reasons. It was actually pretty good, not gonna lie. And then just one of each of the traps. It's all that's really needed.
They're all searchable.
They're all searchable, and you don't want to draw them because like you'll brick more if you play more of them. That's what I had when I first played the deck originally. The main problem I had. Then again, one of each of the Yang Zing Synchros. Sure. I summoned this card a lot that day, more than I've like ever summoned it in a single day with this deck. This card always puts in work, being a Scrap Dragon and not being able to be targeted by monster effects. And then this card's just shut a lot of things down. Like a lot of random stuff's Earth that people don't realize. Like against Burning Abyss, his Rhinos couldn't activate their effect to Foolish because they're Earth, and against Fluffles, like every single card in that deck is Earth, so he couldn't. I just left this on the field and he scooped. And then I played Omega. This never came up. This is really just if you're only playing Gammas, but I just played it because I felt like it. You could probably play anything if you're not playing Gammas. Black Rose, Ancient Fairy. Black Rose is, not gonna lie, the GOAT. Like, whenever my opponent sets a bunch of stuff, I'll just summon it and be like, effect, and like, everything goes bye-bye, and like, I'm just like, I'll summon it when I'm like, I can't think right now, I gotta clear the air, boom, everything goes bye-bye.
This card, oh my gosh, I can't even explain how much work this did for Charlie in our final match, where he was able to go into time and be able to get his life points back with the Ancient Fairy,
so it was
after negating his own Ancient Fairy.
It was a really weird thing. So I had like this was like a 2-turn thing. I had already destroyed it. I was at 3750. He was at 8k, and I had this and like a Zephyr Neo, and he had 9 pillars set. So and I had a Necro Valley face up, and I activated this thing's effect to destroy Necro Valley to search, and then I chained my 9 pillars to destroy my Zephyr Neo and shuffle this back into my extra deck. And then the next turn, I summoned Decode Talker, Zefraxi, the Teller Knight, that's 1900, and the 1500 Ritual Beast one, and I made the Teller Knight a tuner with Zefraxi, and then I linked into Decode Talker, which was at 3300 because it was pointing to the Teller Knight and the Ritual Beast, and then he summoned Snow and just Giant Rex back, and I go kill the Giant Rex in the Snow with the Teller Knight and the Ritual Beast, and then I smack him directly for 33 with the Decode Talker, and I'm still down by 500 life, and then I made the Ancient Fairy that I put back in my extra deck with the Teller Knight and the Ritual Beast, destroyed my Necro Valley, and gained 1,000 life points again, and that put me over the top, and that's how I won that match. It was the most amazing thing I think I've ever seen in my life, so this card's really good.
Match. I wish I had it on video.
Yeah, I wish someone got it on video. It was crazy. Horus, I summoned him once to go for game against Fluffles because I just took his monster and then attacked with this for game. And then this card, I think I summoned it once or twice to search additional hand traps. But other than that, these cards were pretty irrelevant. And then Strike Bouncer, M7, and Baguska. Baguska, I think I only ever summoned in top 8 against him just to stop him for a turn. And then M7, I summoned once against him to bounce his Photon Thrasher back to attack for game. And then Strike Bouncer I never summoned, although I probably should have summoned him a few times, but he comes up. I'm only really running it because I took out the level 5 Synchro and stuff, and I just I played it because the guy in Europe played it, and I just was like, that's not a horrible idea, so I decided to play it. And then the links, I played the Zephyr Link, Decode Talker, Electromite, and Mrs. Radiant. I played Mrs. just because I thought I might need another Link too that points 2 down, but this never got summoned. These two were never summoned all day. This guy was summoned once and practically won me the game.
And that card was summoned every game.
And this card was summoned literally like every game. So yeah, that's the extra deck.
Broken. Definitely. I mean, obviously it's not necessarily a budget deck, but
it's not really budget with Electromite, but like
it's still pretty neat.
It's still weird. And then for the side deck, we got some weird tokens that I don't even know why they're there.
You don't play scapegoats, though.
I don't play the Mare anymore either. I sided these two, and this is the main thing in my side deck. I should have sided more Kaijus, which is what I struggled with against 2 Draco. I just didn't have, game 1 anyway, I just didn't have, or not game 1, that's retarded. Just like, dealing with Masterpiece is a little bit of a problem. This card's just horrible. I don't know why I sided this. This card is actually horrible. This card, though, I wanted to side more the Kaijus because you can search them with the field spell and the level 6 Stardust Charge Warrior. That's usually what I end up doing to get to them. That's why I only play 1, but I should definitely be playing more. And then I definitely shouldn't be playing this card. This card's awful, mainly because this card is just better, Armageddon Knight, because if you have the field spell, and you can just summon Black Rose with it and make Black Rose Chainlink 1 and the field spell Chainlink 2. So you can do weird things like that to dodge certain effects. But this card's literally probably just better than this because you'll just make Black Rose. But other than that, I sided 2 Danko just for Trick Stars. And then you side these in going second because you just make Black Rose with them or other level 7s. It should just be 3 Armageddon Knights, but I didn't have the third one, so I just sided the Rhoda.
The Rhoda can be better.
I know, I felt like the Rhoda would just still be like decent because I could search for the 1 Satellar Knight and if I needed to. But the Armageddon Knights did put in work, so. And then some one-of spells, Dark Hole, Regeki. I drew this in game 3, but it didn't really do anything. I should have sided them in more, though. They were really undersided. They should have been sided in more. Necro
That
Valley.
fucking card's broken.
It is pretty retarded.
This errata is stupid.
But you play one of it because you play 3 Terraformings and the Ancient Fairies, so yeah. And then these should not have been sided. This card's awful in this deck anyway. And then 3D Barrier, which I never drew against the Magician players, so yeah. That's it for the deck. It's pretty awesome. Getting game losses in top 4 kind of sucks, but yeah. Sorry this is so late, guys. We just were pretty busy the past 2 weeks, so we never really got it out. But anyway, I was really happy with this deck. I think it's just amazing. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. Shout out to him for pulling the Electromite. And shout out to that other guy in our other video. I don't know your name, but I replied to your comment telling you thanks for telling me to run the Necrus card and the little level 2 Yang Zing, because those cards put in a lot of work all day. And I guess I don't really want to give a shout out to Noah, but he let me borrow a Baguska. He was the guy who beat me, so I mean he let me borrow a Baguska, but I let him borrow Monster Reborn. I don't really think that's a fair trade because there's an alternate art one, but whatever. Other than that, yeah, I think that's all the shout outs I have. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below.
Script out.
Yeah.